Hey there, Start here. Not a whole lot of new content going on today. The two things that are sort of new and worth talking about are the Beast Hemmed in Stone and the Gapper Whitewood Exploration. I might not get to the exploration today. I usually like to do explorations, on my own first. I like to go in blind, just kind of explore, and then, if it's worth it to go back and do a guide on it, I will. Might not get to that today. I've got other things to do, but I will do the Beast Hemmed in Stone. This is sort of the weekly trial event for Final Fantasy 13. It does have a Final Fantasy 13 sort of exclusive mission. So if we go up to level 3, you'll see that the final mission for the 300 Lapis is for Final Fantasy 13 only units. So you have to bring nothing but Final Fantasy 13 category units, which we will do, and we'll get it knocked out pretty easily. I'm going to try and do it in as budget a fashion as possible. I am going to bring my own Wondrous Flash Lightning, but I'm not going to bring a friend Wondrous Flash Lightning, and I'm not even going to use my Lightning's leader skill. So I'm going to use her almost as if she were just a Lightning friend you were bringing off the friend, like a random friend you were bringing off the friend list. They are beasts, so obviously if you can find a friend that has full beast killer, that would be better. I built my Lightning for only 200% beast killer, just to sort of represent what it would be like if you couldn't find a perfectly built Lightning, or if you don't have one yourself. If you have a well-built Lightning, you're going to kill this thing on turn 2. It's just like, my first test run, I did it with, Lightning's leader skill. I put Ifrit on her with like the extra beast killer, and we just murdered this thing on turn 2. Like it wasn't even funny. I'll show you how that, maybe after I do the sort of quote unquote budgetized version, I'll show you how that works. But anyway, so I am bringing my own Wondrous Flash Lightning. I'll show you the builds and everything. We are using Savior of Souls leader skill, because she does still provide a 500% leader skill to Final Fantasy 13 category units. That's one of the upgrades she got. So you should definitely have one of these. They've given away like 3 of them now for free. So definitely put her on the party, use her leader skill, because that'll buff up your friend Wondrous Flash Lightning. All right, so the gear here for everyone is pretty much irrelevant. Snow just needs to be 100% full evasion. That's all he needs. So here's all the gear I used. I gave him Relieving Song. That was for the 2-turn clear strategy where he just, or actually, sorry, that was for a first turn kill strategy that I was working on where he just buffs everybody. But it's, yeah, you can take that out. All you need is 100% evasion for this clear. Okay, he can be EX0, does not need to be anything more than that. He's just using his physical form for physical cover. Lightning, we only care about our Brave Shift form. So yeah, here's the gear. Not nothing too fancy. I didn't go all out. Red Hellebore, Cloud's Clothes. Honestly, it doesn't have to be Cloud's Clothes. Just a high attack stuff. Magister's Ring for Chain Cat boost. You see, I didn't even bother to give her killers. I do still have this vision card on her just because it's the best vision card I have, but I didn't go all out on her. You see, she only has 200% beast killer, 300% LB damage boost. I could even take Cloud's Clothes off, like if that's too much, because I know that's, maybe that's asking a lot. Let's do Lightning's Clothes. That would be, actually Lightning's Clothes are even better, because she doesn't need the TDH and it gives her a higher attack stat. So we're going to use Lightning's Clothes from the event. It's free gear. You should have gotten it. And yeah, I'm leaving some slots empty because I'm going to assume, if you're picking up a friend unit, I'm going to assume your friend unit doesn't have full beast killer like mine, only 200%. All right, so we're not going to kill this thing right away on turn 2 like you would with a properly built Lightning. So this one, this is your Radiant Lightning. I gave her Numbing Thunderbind, but you can really give her any of the breaker materials. It can be Light Breaker, Dark Breaker, Earth Breaker, Numbing Thunderbind. Numbing Thunderbind is nice because it comes with the Lightning Imperil on it as well, but we don't really need it. We have Savior of Souls Lightning who can do a Lightning Imperil. So just one of the breaker materials is all you really need, okay? And then, yeah, Fang. I mean, this is old gear from a previous trial. She doesn't need all this gear. Fang is just there as a chainer, really. That's all she's doing. If you wanted to gear her for damage, you could, but it's not really necessary. Savior of Souls Lightning can basically just be naked. Yeah, she doesn't need anything. You could also give her one of the breaker materials if you want, but we're going to use her as our breaker on turn 1. I'm actually going to go ahead and shift her. And yeah, so this is the team that we're using. We're going to get in there. It should take, I think it's going to take 4 turns. All right, because we're gonna do a big burst on turn 2, and then another one on turn 4. All right, so let's get in there. All right, so all Snow has to do is just cover. Wondrous Flash Lightning is going to do, the whole world is against us. We'll go ahead and do her 150 amp for her big burst on next turn. And then we can just do like Uller Shield. We're gonna save How I Live is Up to Me. That's the one that does the 40% weapon imperil. It also does a full LB fill, and so we want to do that on turn 3 to refill her LB for a burst on turn 4. All right, we'll just do Uller Shield. So here we're going to do Disaster. Now that's single target. All right, so we have Obsidian Bracer on Fang for the 80% breaks to everybody. This does an 85% break, but it's only single target. So we're going to target Enlil. We're going to do Surge and Null All Guard. All right, so make sure you're targeting Enlil for the 85% breaks, because he is more resistant to lightning than Inky. Inky's going to die no matter what. Inky is weak to lightning. He's going to die. Enlil, however, is resistant to lightning, so we need the better breaks on him. Radiant Lightning can just guard, and so can Fang. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Okay. All right, so Inky is almost certainly going to die. Enlil will probably knock him down to like somewhere between 20 and 30. We don't need to worry about anything here. We can do we can do Heroic Guard. Why not? Not that we really need it. Fang is just going to chain. 1, 2, 3. Lightning does her LB. Lightning is going to chain. Radiant Lightning is just going to guard. So, all right. So I'm going to tap Fang, Lightning, Lightning. So I'll do Fang, Wondrous Flash Lightning, and then Savior of Souls Lightning. And we're going to focus on Enlil because Inky's definitely going to die, and just see how we do. All right. All right. Yeah, that's pretty good. You know, your results may vary, but you should definitely push him well below 50%. All right, so he's gonna debuff himself. He puts up an attack and mag buff that's undispellable. You don't have to worry about that. But that he did dispel the 85% breaks and the lightning imperil. So that's where, what am I doing? So that's where Numbing Thunderbind comes in handy. Okay, so we'll cast that to re-break him for 85% breaks. This lightning will now do How I Live Is Up to Me. That reapplies the Sword Imperil. We'll do maybe like Crushing Blow and Lightning Strike, maybe? Yeah, just do a little damage, I guess. These guys can just chain it up. It'd probably be better to give Fang a lightning weapon so that she elemental chains, but whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. I think that's what we want to do. Yeah. Okay. And that's just to do a little extra chip damage, just in case, you know. So there he does some AoE lightning damage. It's really not a problem. Not gonna hurt anybody. All right, now we just LB again. Actually, I'm just gonna reload them in LB. And yeah, this should definitely kill Enlil, no problem. All right, and there we go. Easy peasy. All missions. And so you can do that with a friend lightning. You know, just find a Wondrous Flash Lightning on your friends list, even if they're not well geared. Like you saw how poorly mine was geared. Yeah, I mean, as long as they're EX2, so they can use their LB on turn 2. And of course, you know, lightning is doing all the damage there. If I'd given Fang like a lightning weapon, like maybe a lightning spear or something like that, she probably would have done better. You could give her like Nalu's STMR. I think that's a two-handed lightning elemental spear. Yeah, I mean, maybe she would do better. I don't know. I mean, she does pretty... she actually doesn't do too bad, considering she's non-elemental chaining there. But yeah. Yeah, so that's the sort of budget version. If you, you know, if you have your own Wondrous Flash Lightning and you just wanted to, you know, murder this thing on turn 2, obviously you could go in and properly gear. So if I went and I did, you know, Ifrit on her, I made sure her leader skill was set. You know, we're gonna, yeah, I mean, we're gonna take this thing out. I could even put like some Clash gear on her, you know, make her totally wailed out here. Make sure she's totally, yeah, so she's got 350% Beast Killer now. We can get in here and murder this thing on turn 2. So how about we, yeah, let's show that off. Why not? Do a quick 2-turn clear while we're at it. Okay. So again, Snow just covers. All right, Fang doesn't have to do anything. Radiant Lightning will go ahead and start with Numbing Thunderbind. Actually, what we can do is we can imbue. We can do Spark Boost to imbue Fang for next turn, so she Elemental Chains. All right, and then we'll just go ahead and do Worlds Against Us, How I Live, and Elemental Burst. All right, so remember, Enlil is the one that we want to focus on because he's the one with the high lightning resistance. All right, Inky dies no matter what. All right, so let's focus on Enlil and make sure that he goes down. All right, so again, we're just chaining it up. Okay, and yeah, this should knock him out, no problem. And there you go. So that's the 2-turn version. If you wanted to bring your own Wondrous Flash Lightning, I mean, look at that damage difference is pretty insane. So yeah, just goes to show that building for killers and using, you know, the better leader skill makes a big difference, right? All right, yeah. So there you go. Hey, yeah. See, Fang did a little bit better when she's actually imbued with lightning. So, you know, that's something. That's something that makes Fang feel a little bit better. All right, so there you go. That's pretty much it. That's probably the hardest content. You know, I'll do the exploration at some point today. I'd much rather get to part 3 of my Tour of Destruction with lightning. So I'd like to do that first and finish up the 12 types trials, maybe even dip into some of the Grace trials. And then, you know, I'll do the exploration at some point, and if I feel like it's worth it to do a guide on it, I will. If it's not, if it turns out to be a fairly easy exploration or whatever, then, you know, I may just say, it's not really worth it. So, but stay tuned. Part 3 of Lightning's Tour of Destruction will be coming out today, possibly even some Grace trials. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for following me, and I will see you on the other side.